It was a dark October night. A couple was coming home from the vacation they saved up for with the small amount of money they had left at the end of each month. 30 minutes into their trip, and their car was found flipped over in a ditch and burned to a crisp. They unfortunately didn't survive. It was originally said that the husband had fallen asleep, yet further investigation proved that the brake lines had been cut and the car caught fire after the crash. Fast forward to today, and we have two different suspects with two different motives for killing the couple.
Hey Sam, first suspect's here.
Let him in. Sit down, Butch. We just have a couple questions to ask you.
What's this all about?
You're a main suspect in the murder of a couple known as the Quintanas. Naming anything to you?
Never heard that name before in my life. Is that all?
You drive a 46 Chevy?
Yeah, why?
Because Mrs. Quintana made a tip to the police at the gas station on the night of her murder that a 46 Chevy had been following them a ways.
There are a lot of Chevys out there. Even if I was following them, who's to say that I wasn't going in the same direction that they were? She could have been paranoid.
Were you driving on Bogart Drive at around midnight on October 12th?
Name sounds familiar. Yeah, I was following a car for a ways until we hit a gas station, and they turned off and I kept going straight. A couple, I think. That was the last that I saw of them, until I watched the news the next day.
Butch was lying when he said he didn't know the Quintanas. We did a check on the couple. The only family they had was Mrs. Quintana's sister and her son, Butch. The couple left what little money they had left to their only godson. It wasn't much, but it was more than Butch ever made.
The tool used to cut the brakes was never found. If Butch did commit the crime, he probably ditched whatever he used in a place we don't know about. But Butch isn't the smartest of people, so it still could be in the trunk of his car.
Mind if we check your car?
Got nothing to hide.
That's all the questions we have unless we find something in your car. Why don't you wait outside until the search is done?
All right, well, hurry up. I don't got all day.
And by the way, how much did your godparents leave you in the will?
You listen here and you listen good. They were my real parents. My mother was never there for me, and they were.
Then why did you lie about not knowing them?
Because I don't want to get involved in the murder of the people who raised me.
Lying isn't going to help your cause.
Just call me in when I'm free to go.
We know that the brakes were cut at the gas station where Mrs. Quintana called the police. The only person working there was Peter. They say he has the worst location for a gas station in town. Most of his customers are prestigious rich folk who make fun of him as he fills them up. The Quintanas weren't rich, and anyone could tell that from their beat-up car. This could have been a chance for Peter to get back at somebody who he considered lower than he was.
Well, hi. Are you Sam?
Sit down, Peter. We just need to figure out what happened the night the Quintanas filled up at your station. Peter, this is my partner, Walter.
Hi.
Find anything in his car?
We found half a pair of scissors buried under some work clothes. They were pretty dull, but you could cut through some brake lines with them. I also talked to Jim on my way out there. He said that the car hadn't caught fire on its own. Someone had to start it. There also were some half-covered footprints leading up to the car.
We'll bring Butch back in later. Now, back to you, Peter. Did you see anything suspicious when the Quintanas filled up at your station?
No, sir. I filled up the car with gasoline, and the man got out to have a cigarette, and the woman was on a phone call. She seemed a little uneasy about the whole talking, but I didn't think anything of it at the time.
We know the brakes were cut at your place of work. You didn't see anybody mess with the car?
No. They paid me, and I headed inside to get some cash from the register. It was acting up that night, so it took me a couple minutes. Something could have happened then.
Did you see anybody after they left?
No. They went in westbound, and I went east, and that was that.
Where did you go?
He came over to my place.
I knew that voice, the sound of an out-of-tune violin. We had a thing years back, but she wasn't my type, and frankly, I wasn't hers. I don't know why she fell for Peter, but she had her reasons.
Nice to see you again, Sam.
Can't say the feeling's mutual. I'm assuming you and Peter?
Yes, we're dating. How does that make you feel? Does it bother you?
Not really. Although, I can't say Peter's your type.
Could we stay on topic here, please? Claudia, what was he doing in your car?
He was with me the whole night. We had a few drinks, a couple of smokes. He passed out on the couch and I went to bed. I woke up in the morning and he was gone. End of story.
How do you know he didn't leave after you fell asleep when he burned the car?
I'm a light sleeper. I would have heard the door close.
She was known for lying. She had mastered the poker face. I I couldn't tell if she was telling the truth or just trying to save Peter's ass. When did he get to your place?
I had to pick him up. His car's in the shop. He never left the gas station until I got there.
Which way did you go?
The opposite way of the Cantanas.
You know, I think this story checks out. It seems like the truth.
I'm not one to doubt my partner's better judgment. You guys can go.
Well, can I go now? I told you, I don't want to be involved.
Did you follow your godparents past the gas station?
I told you no.
Then why'd you follow them all the way to the gas station?
Why did you just decide to leave once
Why
they got
did you
there?
cut the brakes?
What did you use to
I didn't kill them! Look, we were throwing them a surprise welcome home party. I was in charge of making sure they didn't get home too early. That's why I was following them. When they hit the gas station, I knew they'd be home before we finished setting up, so I took a shortcut back to the house to help finish decorating. And when they didn't show up after an hour, my friend called the police.
Why didn't you say that earlier?
I told you I don't want to be involved in the murder of my godparents, okay? They were genuine, honest, hardworking people who didn't deserve to die the horrible death they did in that piece of crap rundown car that they own.
Go home, Butch. I think we're done here. I guess it was somebody else.
Those were the only two people it could have been.
How far away was the gas station from the crash site?
About 3 blocks.
How long would it have taken to walk from the gas station to the crash site and back?
Maybe 10 minutes. Why?
Who out of the 2 people we interrogated has a supply to gas?
Peter.
Who also has a supply of tools that could easily cut through brake lines and provide a place to hide them when the police started snooping around?
Peter.
Who also said they were fiddling with a cash register when the Quintanas were probably already in their car and wouldn't have seen anyone in the first place?
Peter.
Go get him before he leaves.
Let go of him! What is this about?
You're in a lot of trouble.
What did I do? Don't play dumb. You had the time and tools to cut the brakes. You knew they wouldn't be able to get very far without being able to stop. So you ran to the crash site, and just to make sure the deed was done, burned the car, all before Claudia here picked you up.
Now they shortchanged me. You see, they pay me 50 cents less than what they owe me. Now I've been sick of being stepped on. You see, I've lived my life being worthless. So I snapped. I cut the brakes. I did it. I wanted them only to, hop into a tree, maybe break a couple limbs, not burn. Heck, I filled the tank halfway so that wouldn't happen.
So then, once you found out they died, you went and burned the car.
Well, no, I went to Claudia's house straight up. I did.
So you waited for her to fall asleep, and then you burned the car.
I didn't touch the car.
Who burned the car?
I did! I knew something was up when Peter got in the car. He told me everything. I knew he wouldn't be smart enough to clean up the fingerprints, so I got him drunk, and then when he passed out, I left. I found the car and I burned it. I had to protect him. He gets picked on enough at work. Can you imagine how bad jail would be?
Just put the guns down. There's no need for more lives to be lost. If one of these guns goes off, this whole room is going to be filled with cops.
Put the guns on the ground and your hands behind your back.
Sam, you have to tell them I didn't do it. Please, remember all the good times we had.
Claudia, you never had any good times.
I hate you. You'll regret this, I swear.
Man, I have a headache. Do you have any cigars left?
Nope, we're all out.
You want to go pick up another pack?
Sure, let me just go get my keys.
No, you can stop. I want to go ahead and walk. I've had enough of driving for one day.
Suit yourself.